Joining us on the EKTV News at 7, I am Tosin Lowo. Ekiti State Governor Mr. Biodun Oyebanji has charged the judiciary to continue to be guided by the Constitution and be dedicated to the law without sentiment, fear, or favoritism. The government gave the charge during the swearing of Justice Lekunrere as the 6th Chief Judge of the state. PSS reporter Toba Babalola covered the ceremony at the governor's office in Ado-Ekiti.
Governor Oyebanji described the judiciary as the most sacred, conservative, and a political arm of government, hence the need to uphold justice at all times, not minding the status, gender, or circumstances. When congratulating Justice Ogunmoye on his elevation, the governor noted that the position was not a mere title, but a sacred trust, as the judiciary remains the last hope of the common man. He charged Justice Ogunmoye to let courage and integrity be his watchword.
The worship is truly joyful, not an argument you receive for them, but a blessing you will behind after your interrogation. In this position, courage and integrity must be your constant companions. Let it be said in years to come that under your leadership, the judiciary of the state reached the highest standard.
Governor Oyebanji observed that more efforts must be put in place to raise the bar and ensure prompt and efficient justice delivery that aligns with the global standards. He promised that his government would continue to support judicial reforms, provide needed resources for improved infrastructure, and improve the initiative that will enhance the justice delivery across the state.
We give you full support and cooperation to the judiciary. I am sure that the cooperation of all stakeholders and judiciary will make no progress and all challenges will be tackled head on. As we move forward, let us all, both the executive, administrative, and judiciary and citizens, work together in the spirit of mutual respect and shared purpose to build an ecosystem where justice is not only one but is seen to God.
The Chief Judge, Justice Ogunmoye, in his remarks, thanked Governor Oyebanji for the opportunity given him to serve in full capacity and promised to uphold the rule of law, focus on building the integrity of the judiciary that is well accountable, transparent, effective, and efficient through a digitalized operational system.
As we all know, lack of transparency leads lack of trust. Once the decision is corrupt, it compromises security. So our focus is to ensure that we have the judiciary that is transparent and corrupt.
Oath of allegiance and judicial oath had earlier been taken by the Chief Judge. Justice Ogunmoye, an indigene of Omo-Ekiti, was appointed as acting Chief Judge of the state in November 2024 and served in that capacity until his appointment as a substantive Chief Judge of the state. Toba Babalola reporting.
Leaders of the All Progressive Congress APC in Ekiti State have called on women in the party to be united and resist desperate politicians preparatory to next year's governorship poll. The APC female leaders gave the charge during the party mobilization tour to Ayekire, Ekiti East, Emure, and Isiono local government areas of the state. And Adidayo Dele has details.
The mobilization tour organized by the State First Lady, Dr. Olayemi Abodu-Yebanji, was to mobilize women for her husband ahead of the 2026 poll. Addressing the women at all the designated venues in Ode, Omo, Emure, and Ise-Ekiti, the State Deputy Governor, Okinlo Amunisa-Afuye, appealed to the women to resist those she branded as money-bag politicians willing to deploy monetary power to secure the party's ticket. She urged them to remain steadfast in their support for Governor Biodun Oyebanji, who has been committed to gender promotion by appointing women to strategic positions. Also speaking, the chairperson, APC Elders Council, Women's Wing, Mrs. Runke Ukusaya, charged the women to reciprocate Governor Yebanji's gender balancing through massive votes in 2026. The former APC state women leader said they should remain steadfast in their support for the governor, assuring them that their interests shall be protected.
Governor Abiodun Abayomi Oyebanji has done the party proud. He has kept to his promises. He has kept to his 6-point agenda for development in the state. I'm just appealing to all our women because we are the larger population, the women folk, and I'm saying to them, choose right.
Also, the secretary to the state government, Professor Abibat Adubiaro, and the special advisor to the governor on political matters, Chief Jide Awe, charged the women to be fair to the returnees and defectors to the party. They also appealed to them to participate in the continuous voter registration exercise by the Independent National Electoral Commission.
Sensitize them about the coming up of the primary election. I will still want them to stand on their feet and they all come out en masse to return the Governor Abayomi Oyebanji back to the governor's office.
Seeing the women in their numbers across the state so that they are ready and they are in tune with the program of the party and that of the government.
APC women leaders at all the council areas visited, including Mrs. Kende Kayode and Rachel Ademiloye, declared total support for Governor Yebanji. Adedayo Adele reporting.
The Association of Landlords and Residents of Oba Dejugbe and Akintayo Street, GRA in Ado-Ekiti, have lauded the development strides of the member of the House of Representatives representing Ekiti Central Constituency 2, Mr. Olushola Fatoba, the chairman of the association, Chief Ojadoya, and the secretary, Mr. Jalili Alaka, commended the recent distribution and installation of solar power street lights on the major roads in the two streets. The DOE acknowledged the philanthropic gesture of the lawmaker, describing it as unprecedented in the history of the area. They noted that the installation of the street lights have improved the security arrangement of the streets. Another resident of the area, Mrs. Bimpe Adebi, observed that the installation of the street lights have also improved the nightlife of the people, as businessmen now stay longer at night for business activities. The residents assured Mr. Fatoba of their support in future elections. The monthly meeting of Egbe Omo Ikere Ado branch holds on Wednesday. The meeting, in a release by the public relations officer of the group, the meeting will take place at Damlek Event Center by 4:30 in the afternoon. Guests on the BSS Current Affairs program, Issues in the News, have expressed hope that the formation of a coalition by the opposition politicians in the country would further strengthen democracy. The guests are former governorship candidate of a political party in Ekiti State, Mr. Ifedayo Yanuwura, and the spokesperson, PDP Caretaker Committee, Mr. Jackson Adebayo, said the coming together of the politicians would ensure a formidable opposition. They do noted that democracy triumphs when there is a credible opposition who could put in the ruling party on its toes. They charge Nigerians to remain hopeful as better days are yet to come. Our former secretary to the government of the Federation, Babachi Lawal, has resigned his membership of the Progressive Congress APC. Lawal said that he would make public his current political affiliation in due course. The African Democratic Congress ADC has raised alarm that over what it called a desperate and a dangerous plot by elements within the Bola Tinubu's administration to destabilize the growing opposition coalition. The alarm was raised by the party's interim national publicity secretary and national spokesperson, Malam Bolaji Abdullahi. The coalition-backed ADC revealed that former state chairmen and key members of the party's state executive committees in the Northeast and the Northwest have been summoned to a secret meeting by top officials of the federal government. And moving to education, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, and key stakeholders will tomorrow decide the cut-off marks for all tertiary institutions across the country for the 2025 academic year. This follows the inaccessible conduct of the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME, by JAMB and the subsequent release of the results. The Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) has called for the immediate and unconditional release of all withheld local government allocations to democratically elected councils in Osun State. The demand follows what the NLC described as a deliberate act of sabotage against grassroots governance. In a communique issued after their meeting in Abeokuta, Ogun State, the union accused the Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Finance and the Central Bank of Nigeria of colluding to withhold funds meant for Osun councils. The NLC warned that failure to comply within a reasonable time frame would provoke a necessary action to defend workers' rights and enforce constitutional provisions. Armed bandits have killed a member of the Community Protection Guard (CPG) and 2 local hunters during an ambush in Kungki village, Kaura Namoda local government area of Zamfara State. The deadly attack occurred last Sunday evening when a joint team of CPG operatives and local hunters mobilized to counter the movement of suspected bandits believed to be loyal to a notorious kingpin, Mohammed Bello. According to opposed by security analyst Zagazolo Makama on X, the security volunteers had advanced into the village in a bid to repel the attackers when they came under heavy gunfire. 3 members of the team, 1 CPG operative and 2 hunters were fatally shot during the ambush. And still on security, the Nigerian Air Force has eliminated several terrorists and destroyed their logistics and command centers in Borno State. A statement by the now spokesman, Air Commander Emma Ejodame, said that the Nigerian Air Force launched precision airstrikes against key terrorist strongholds in the Mandara Mountains, located at the northeastern state. He said that the high-profile targets had long served as fortified enclaves for the Jamatu Ali Sun Ladiawatu Wajahad faction of Boko Haram terrorists. According to the statement, the strikes followed confirmatory intelligence surveillance missions. And moving on the foreign scene tonight, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has accused Israel of attempting to assassinate him. He made allegation in an interview. The Iranian leader did not provide a date for the alleged attempt, nor did he confirm whether it was linked to Israel's recent 12-day air offensive against Iran, which took place last month amid heightened tensions between the 2 regional adversaries. For more foreign news, let's join Jessica Okwa.
Kenyan security forces have sealed off major roads leading to central Nairobi ahead of planned nationwide protests. The city center is largely deserted, with businesses closed and a strong security presence visible across key locations. Access roads to government institutions, including State House and Parliament, have been blocked with razor wire. Police in a statement said their actions were aimed at protecting lives and property while maintaining public order. At least 81 persons have been confirmed dead and another 41 missing following flash floods in central Texas. Most of the fatalities were in Kaya County, where a riverside Christian girls' camp was flooded, claiming the lives of a number of children and leaving others missing. Other areas to record deaths include Travis County, Burnett County, Williamson County, Kendall County, and Tom Green County. Figures are changing quickly as rescuers continue to search for the missing. Officials say the death toll is starting to continue to rise. Many of the bodies are yet to be formally identified. Meanwhile, Australian jury has found Erin Patson guilty of murdering 3 relatives with toxic mushroom lunch. The 50-year-old Erin has also been found guilty of the attempted murder of the sole guest who survived the beef Wellington meal in 2023. Peterson's trials had evidence suggesting she had hunted down death cap mushrooms sighted in nearby towns before concealing her crimes by lying to the police and disposing of evidence. A legal team has argued she unintentionally foraged lethal fungi, then panicked upon accidentally poisoning family members she loved. The jury instead ruled she had did it intentionally. US President Donald Trump has slammed Elon Musk's decision to launch a new political party, calling it ridiculous and a distraction from the traditional two-party system. Trump said a third party would only add to political confusion. Musk announced over the weekend that he was forming a new political movement, the American Party, aimed at breaking the dominance of what he called the Republican-Democrat Uniparty.
Third parties have never worked, so he can have fun with it, but I think it's ridiculous.
From the Foreign Desk, I am Jessica Okwa.
You're still watching EKTV News at 7. We're going to a short break and we'll come for more news after now. Please don't go away.
Beautiful, it's your name. Wonderful is what you are to me. Ever be killer for mommy. Oh, shall we go?
Everyone.
When it's bright and early, get your breakfast right. You need all the nutrients that will hold you tight. Stay in power, you find it all in peak. Every move you make, it steps you all the way. And the beat goes on.
Power on every morning with a Peak breakfast to make the most of every day. Peak. Reach for your peak.
When it's bright and early, get your breakfast right. You need all the nutrients that will hold you tight. Stay in power, you find it all in peak. Every move you make, it steps you all the way. And the beat goes on.
Power on every morning with a Peak breakfast to make the most of every day. Peak. Reach for your peak.
Joining us again. The remains of the late Chief Akintayo Oluwadare will be laid to rest this weekend. The service of song in honor of the departed soul comes up on Wednesday at Damle Ladwekiti by 4 in the evening, while lying in state will be held at Inland Club House Okesha at Dwekiti by 10 in the morning. The body of the deceased will also be taken to his hometown Aramoko for the Lyman State and the Christian Wake on Thursday. Funeral service will take place at St. Philip's Anglican Church by 11 in the morning. The doors-to-door rite will be performed immediately after the service, while entertainment of guests will follow. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has commiserated with the family of the late Olubadan of Ibadan, Oba Owolabi Olakunleyin, who joined his ancestors this morning. Makinde condoled with the family when a delegation of the monarch visited his office to officially inform him of his demise of the 43rd Olubadan. The governor described the passage of the Oba as a great loss to the people of Ibadan land. He pledged that the state would stand by the family and give the late king a befitting burial. Also, the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Muhammad Saad Abubakar, has paid tribute to the late Oba Owolabi Olakunleyin, describing him as a giant in thought and action, whose legacy will continue to inspire generations. In a condolence message, the Sultan expressed deep sorrow over the monarch's passing, which he said had left a significant void in the traditional leadership landscape. Though Oba Olakunleyin spent just 1 year on the throne, the Sultan praised his commitment to the well-being of his people and the development of Ibadan land. He offered prayers for the royal family, the Olubadan Council, and the people of Oyo State. That's the news. Thank you so much. We stand by for Yoruba version. From all of us, it's good night.
kúrọ̀lẹ́ ẹ̀sìnkò iṣẹ́ òní ẹ káwọ́ sórí ìròyìn lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ fún ti àṣálẹ́ yìí Ìyábọ̀ Ọlájídé ní orúkọ tèmi. Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ọ̀gbẹ́ni Bíọ́dún Oyèbánjí ti rọ ẹ̀ka ètò ìdájọ́ láti tẹ̀síwájú títẹ̀lé ìwé òfin kí wọ́n sì ṣe ohun tí òfin sọ àti pé kí wọ́n má ṣe figbá kan bọ̀kan nínú láìsí ẹ̀rù tàbí ojúṣàájú. Gómìnà sọ̀rọ̀ àmọ̀ràn náà lákòókò tí wọ́n ń búra wọṣẹ́ fún onídàájọ́ Lékan Ògúnmóyè gẹ́gẹ́ bí adájọ́ àgbà ìpínlẹ̀ yìí kẹfà. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Tọ́ba Babalọ́lá wà níbẹ̀ níbi tí ó ti sọ wípé ayẹyẹ ọ̀hún ti wáyé ní ọ́fíìsì gómìnà nílùú Adó Èkìtì. ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Àwọn adarí ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú All Progressives Congress APC nípínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ti ké sí àwọn obìnrin nínú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú náà láti wà ní ìṣọ̀kan kí wọ́n sì yàgò fún àwọn olóṣèlú tí ó ń gbáradì fún ètò ìdìbò gómìnà ọdún tó ń bọ̀ dandan. Àwọn aṣáájú ẹgbẹ́ APC lóbìnrin ló sọ̀rọ̀ àmọ̀ràn náà lákòókò ètò àbẹ̀wò kan tí wọ́n ṣe sí Ayékirè, Èkìtì East, Èmùrè àti ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Ìsẹ̀ Ọ̀rún ní ìpínlẹ̀ yìí. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Adédayọ̀ Adélẹ́yẹ má bọ̀ wá pé ètò àbẹ̀wò ìtanijí náà èyí tí ìyàwó gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ yìí ọ̀mọ̀wé Ọláyẹmí Abíọ́dún Oyèbánjí gbé kalẹ̀ ló wà láti ṣe ìlanilọ́yẹ̀ fún àwọn obìnrin ṣáájú ètò ìdìbò ọdún 2026 nígbà tó ń bá àwọn obìnrin sọ̀rọ̀ ní gbogbo àwọn oríkò tí wọ́n yà sọ́tọ̀ nílùú Òde, Òmùò, Èmùrè àti Ìsèkìtì. Igbákejì gómìnà Ọ̀kínlú Àmúnisádé àfúyẹ́ pàrọwà sí àwọn obìnrin láti kọ àwọn tí wọ́n pè ní àwọn tó ń fi àpòkó owó, àwọn olóṣèlú tó ń fi àpòrú owó káàkiri tí wọ́n sì ń fẹ́ fi owó ra agbára láti lè gba tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú náà. Ó rọ̀ wọ́n láti dúró ṣinṣin pẹ̀lú àtìlẹ́yìn wọn fún gómìnà Bíọ́dún Oyèbánjí, ẹni tó sọ wípé ó ní ìfarajì sí ṣègbélárugẹ ìbí òjùbí níbi ó ti yan àwọn obìnrin sí àwọn ipò tí ó ṣe kókó. Bákan náà nígbà tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ alága ìgbìmọ̀ àwọn àgbààgbà lẹ́gbẹ́ òṣèlú APC ní igun àwọn obìnrin arábìnrin Rónkẹ́ Òkúsọ̀yà rọ àwọn obìnrin láti san oore padà fún gómìnà Oyèbánjí níbi ó ti mú ètò àwọn obìnrin lọ́kùnkúndùn láti ní pé kí wọ́n fi ibùsọ̀ fún ní yanturu lọ́dún tó ń bọ̀. Alága ẹgbẹ́ àwọn obìnrin aṣáájú àwọn obìnrin lẹ́gbẹ́ òṣèlú APC nípínlẹ̀ yìí nígbà kan rí sọ wípé kí wọ́n dúró ṣinṣin nínú àtìlẹ́yìn wọn fún gómìnà níbi ó ti fi àtìlẹ́yìn wọn hàn wípé wọn yóò dáàbò bo ìfẹ́ wọn. Bákan náà akọ̀wé ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ yìí ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Abibat Adubiaro àti olùdámọ̀ràn pàtàkì fún gómìnà fẹ́tò òṣèlú olóyè Jídé Àwẹ́ gba àwọn obìnrin náà níyànjú láti má ṣe dẹ́yẹ sí àwọn tí ó ṣẹ̀ padà sínú ẹgbẹ́ náà tàbí àwọn tí ó darapọ̀ mọ́ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú ọ̀hún. Wọ́n tó pàrọwà sí wọn láti kópa nínú ètò ìforúkọsílẹ̀ àjọ elétò ìdìbò èyí tí ó ń lọ lọ́wọ́. Àwọn adarí obìnrin lẹ́gbẹ́ òṣèlú APC ní gbogbo àwọn ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ tí wọ́n ṣàbẹ̀wò sí tó fi mọ́ arábìnrin Kẹ́hìndé Káyọ̀dé àti Rachel Adémilóyè nílẹ̀ àti Èmùrè kéde àtìlẹ́yìn wọn fún gómìnà Oyèbánjí. Ẹgbẹ́ àwọn láńlọ́ọ̀dù àti olùgbé àdúgbò Ọba Adéjùgbé àti Akíntayọ̀ GRA nílùú Adó Èkìtì ti kọ sára sí ìdàgbàsókè èyí tí aṣòfin tó ń ṣojú ẹkùn àárín gbùngbùn Èkìtì kejì nílẹ̀gbìmọ̀ aṣòfin àpapọ̀ kejì ọ̀gbẹ́ni Olúṣọlá Fátóbá mú wọ àdúgbò náà. Alága ẹgbẹ́ náà Olóyè Òjó Adéṣùà àti akọ̀wé ọ̀gbẹ́ni Jẹ̀lílì Alákà yòǹbo bí ó ti pín ìtànṣán oòrùn sí àdúgbò tó ṣe kókó láwọn ìlú méjèèjì náà. Àwọn èèyàn mọ rírì inúure náà tí aṣòfin náà ṣe tí wọ́n sì júwe rẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ohun tí ò ṣẹlẹ̀ rí nínú ìtàn agbègbè náà. Wọ́n sọ wípé bí ó ti rí iná ìtànṣán oòrùn sí àwọn àdúgbò náà ti mú àlékún bá àbójútó ètò ààbò ní àwọn àdúgbò ọ̀hún. Olùgbé mìíràn ní agbègbè náà arábìnrin Bímpé Adébíyì wòye wípé iná ìtànṣán oòrùn èyí tí wọ́n rì sí àwọn àdúgbò náà ti mú àlékún bá ìgbé ayé àwọn èèyàn ní alaalẹ́ níbi àwọn èèyàn ti máa ń dúró sídìí ọjà wọn pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ ní alẹ́ kó tó di pé wọ́n lọlé. Wọ́n wá fi àtìlẹ́yìn wọn àti ìdálójú hàn fún ọ̀gbẹ́ni Fátọ́ba wípé wọn yóò ṣe àtìlẹ́yìn fún nínú ìdìbò ọjọ́ iwájú. Ìpàdé olóṣooṣù ẹgbẹ́ ọmọ Ìkẹ́rẹ́ Adó ẹ̀ka ìtúrẹ́ Adó ni yóò wáyé ní ọ̀túnla. Àjáde kan láti ọwọ́ alukoro ẹgbẹ́ náà ọ̀gbẹ́ni Ṣọlá Olówó sọ wípé ìpàdé ọ̀hún yóò wáyé ní oríkò ayẹyẹ Damlek ní aago 4:30 ọ̀sán. Àwọn àlejò tó kópa lórí ètò ẹ̀ka ìròyìn àti ọ̀rọ̀ tó lọ iléeṣẹ́ yìí Issues in the News ti fi ìrètí hàn wípé bí àwọn olóṣèlú alátakò ti kóra jọpọ̀ láti dágbẹ́ òṣèlú sílẹ̀ ní orílẹ̀-èdè yìí yóò mú kí okun túbọ̀ bá ètò ìjọba àwarawa ni. Àwọn àlejò ọ̀hún ló fi mọ́ olùdíje tẹ́lẹ̀ fún ipò gómìnà lábẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú kan nípínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ọ̀gbẹ́ni Ìfẹ́dayọ̀ Ìyániwúrà àti alukoro ìgbìmọ̀ afúnṣọ́ ẹgbẹ́ PDP ọ̀gbẹ́ni Jackson Adébáyọ̀ sọ wípé píparapọ̀ àwọn olóṣèlú náà yóò ṣàrídájú ẹgbẹ́ alátakò tí ó fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀. Àwọn èèyàn ọ̀hún sọ wípé ètò ìjọba àwarawa ni ó lè gbèrú sí níbi tí ẹgbẹ́ alátakò ti wà tí ó sì fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀ èyí tó jẹ́ pé yóò mọ̀gún àwọn ìjọba tó ń ṣèjọba lọ́wọ́ ní kẹ́sẹ́. Àwọn èèyàn ń rọ àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà láti nírètí nítorí pé ọjọ́ ọ̀la tó dára ṣì ń bọ̀ wá bá wọn. Níròyìn náà tó farapẹ́ akọ̀wé ìjọba orílẹ̀-èdè yìí nígbà kan rí Babachi Lawal tí kọ̀wé fi ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú All Progressives Congress APC sílẹ̀ báyìí. Lawal sọ wípé òun yóò sọ ibi tí orí bá gbòǹrè fún àwọn ará ìlú tó bá yá. Ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú African Democratic Congress ADC ti fi gbé ta ọ lórí ohun tí wọ́n pè wípé àwọn karambà ní ẹ̀dá kan tó ń bẹ nínú ẹgbẹ́ nínú ìṣèjọba ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu tí ó gbé èrò tó sì ń dọ́gbọ́n àrékérekè láti dàbàrú ìlọsíwájú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú alátakò tí wọ́n ṣẹ̀kójọ náà. Wọ́n alukoro fún alága fìdíhẹ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú ọ̀hún lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí Malam Bọ́lájí Abdullahi ló fi ibi ọ̀hún ta. Ó sọ wípé ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú ADC èyí tí wọ́n ṣẹ̀kójọ ni ó ṣe àfihàn wípé àwọn alága ìpínlẹ̀ fún ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀hún tẹ́lẹ̀ àti àwọn ṣàǹkùṣàǹkù nínú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú ọ̀hún nínú ìgbìmọ̀ aṣèjọba ìpínlẹ̀ lápá ìlà oòrùn àríwá àti ìwọ̀ oòrùn àríwá orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ni ìjọba àpapọ̀ ti pè sí ìpàdé bòkẹ́lẹ́. Àjọ tó ń rí sọ̀rọ̀ ètò ìdánwò ìgbaniwọlé sílé ìwé gíga JAMB àti àwọn èèkàn tó ṣe kókó yóò ṣe ìpàdé lọ́la láti pinnu lórí iye máàkì tí àwọn iléèwé gíga gbogbo yóò gbà káàkiri orílẹ̀-èdè yìí fún ti ètò ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọdún 2025. Ìgbésẹ̀ yìí náà ni ó tẹ̀lé ètò ìdánwò UTME tí àjọ ń ṣe tí ó sì ní awuyewuye nínú pẹ̀lú èsì èyí tí wọ́n gbé jáde náà. Ẹgbẹ́ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ NSA ti ké pe ìjọba àpapọ̀ wípé kí wọ́n yọ̀ǹda owó àti láì figbákanbọ̀kan nínú àwọn gbogbo owó ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ tí wọ́n gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé èyí tó tọ́ sí àwọn tí wọ́n dìbò yàn níjọba ìbílẹ̀ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Wọ́n béèrè fún ìgbésẹ̀ yìí èyí tí ẹgbẹ́ NSA júwe bíi ìgbésẹ̀ mímọ̀ọ́mọ̀ ṣe dàbàrú ètò ìjọba lẹ́sẹ̀ kùkú. Nínú àtẹ̀jáde kan èyí tí wọ́n fi léde lópin ìpàdé tí wọ́n ṣe nílùú Abẹ́òkúta ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn, ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀hún fi ẹ̀sùn kan agbèfọ́ba àgbà orílẹ̀-èdè yìí mínísítà fẹ́tò ẹ̀náwó àti báńkì àpapọ̀ ilẹ̀ wa CBN fún bí wọ́n ti pawápọ̀ tí wọ́n sì gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé owó tó jẹ́ ti ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Ẹgbẹ́ NSA wá ṣe ìkìlọ̀ wípé kíkùnà láti tẹ̀lé ohun tí wọ́n sọ náà yóò yọrí sí gbígbé ìgbésẹ̀ èyí tí ó lè fa ìrònú àti láti jà fún ẹ̀tọ́ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àti láti mú kí òfin orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ó fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀. àwọn agbébọn kan ni wọ́n sọ wípé wọ́n ti ṣekú pa àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tí òṣìṣẹ́ aláàbò èyí tó dáàbò bo ìlú CPJ àti àwọn ọlọ́dẹ méjì lákòókò tí wọ́n bodè wọ́n lábúlé Kunguki níjọba ìbílẹ̀ Kaura Nagmadi ní ìpínlẹ̀ Zamfara. Àkọlù gbẹ̀mígbẹ̀mí ọ̀hún ló wáyé ní alẹ́ àná nígbàtí ikọ̀ òṣìṣẹ́ CPJ àti àwọn ọlọ́dẹ kóra wọn jọ láti gbójú àgàn sí àwọn afurasí agbébọn èyí tí wọ́n gbàgbọ́ wípé wọ́n jẹ́ alátìlẹyìn fún gbajúgbajà ajínigbé Mohammed Bello tọ́pọ̀ èèyàn mọ̀ sí Dansode. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìròyìn èyí tí alálàyé àwùjọ nípa ètò ààbò kan Zagazola Makama fi léde lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára rẹ̀ sọ wípé àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ aláàbò tí wọ́n dò ara wọn láti ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìlú ọ̀hún ni wọ́n yabò nínú ìgbìyànjú láti gba ẹ̀san àkọlù èyí tí wọ́n sọ wípé wọ́n ṣe sí wọn nígbàtí ogun náà gbóná jọjọ. Àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ ikọ̀ ọ̀hún mẹ́ta, ikọ̀ aláàbò CPG kan àti ọdẹ mẹ́ta ni wọ́n sọ wípé wọ́n yìnbọn fún lákòókò tí wọ́n bodè wọ́n náà. Ara olóògbé olóyè Akíntayọ̀ Olúwadáre yóò wọ̀ka ilẹ̀ sùn lópin ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí. Ètò ìsìn orin ni wọn yóò ṣe níbọlá fún ẹni tí ó relé ogbó náà ní ọjọ́rú lóríkò ìgbàlejò Damlek Òkèlá Adó-Èkìtì láago 4 ìrọ̀lẹ́ nígbàtí títẹ́ nítẹ̀yẹ yóò wáyé ní Inner Club House Òkèṣà Adó-Èkìtì láago 10 òwúrọ̀. Ara olóògbé ọ̀hún ni wọn yóò gbé lọ sílùú abínibí rẹ̀ Arámọkọ Èkìtì fún títẹ́ nítẹ̀yẹ tí òru onígbàgbọ́ yóò sì wáyé lọ́jọ́bọ̀. Ètò ìsìn ìsìnkú yóò tẹ̀lé ní ìjọ St Philip's Anglican Church ní aago 11 òwúrọ̀ tí fúnfúnrú iyẹ̀pẹ̀ fún yẹ̀pẹ̀ náà yóò sì wáyé. Lẹ́yìn èyí ni ìgbàlejò yóò tẹ̀lé. Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ Ṣèyí Mákindé ti kẹ́dùn pẹ̀lú mọ̀lẹ́bí olóògbé Olúbàdàn tilẹ̀ Ìbàdàn Ọba Owólabí Ọlákùlẹ́yìn tí ó darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn baba ńlá rẹ̀ lówùúrọ̀ ní. Mákindé ni ó kẹ́dùn pẹ̀lú mọ̀lẹ́bí náà nígbàtí ikọ̀ kan láti ọ̀dọ̀ ọba ọ̀hún ṣe àbẹ̀wò sí lọ́fíìsì láti bùn ún gbọ́ nípa ìpapòdà Olúbàdàn 43 náà. Gómìnà júwe ìpapòdà ọba ọ̀hún bíi àdánù ńlá fún àwọn èèyàn ilẹ̀ Ìbàdàn. Ó ṣèlérí wípé ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀hún yóò dúró ti mọ̀lẹ́bí náà tí ó sì sin ọba tí ó di olóògbé náà ní ìsìn ẹ̀yẹ. Èyí ni òpin ìròyìn wa fún ti àṣálẹ́ òní. Lọ́la ní kí ẹ darapọ̀ wá fún ìròyìn mìíràn. Ká sùn rẹ̀.